Aditya was an ordinary boy living in a small town. His father was a schoolteacher, and his mother took care of the household. From a very young age, Aditya displayed a curiosity that set him apart. He loved reading books, asking questions, and exploring new ideas. However, life was not easy. His family was modest, and resources were limited. There were barely any books at home, no computer, and the town lacked the opportunities that bigger cities offered. Yet, Aditya never let these limitations define him. He had a spark within him, a desire to achieve something significant, something remarkable. Aditya's first big dream was simple yet ambitious. He wanted to win the school science competition. He spent days and nights preparing his project. Every free moment was devoted to studying, experimenting, and perfecting his presentation. Finally, the day arrived. Aditya presented his project with all the confidence he could muster. But it did not go as he had hoped. He made mistakes in his calculations, faltered during his explanation, and ultimately finished fourth. He returned home disappointed. Seeing his sadness, his mother gently said, "Son, failure is not the end. It only shows where you need to improve. Learn from it and try again." Her words stayed with him, forming the foundation of his approach to life. Treat every failure as a lesson. The next few years were full of challenges and disappointments. He entered the science fair at the district level, but his experiment malfunctioned. He competed in a mathematics competition and miscalculated crucial answers. He tried out for the school cricket team but did not make the cut. Each failure was painful. Sometimes, Aditya felt as if he was chasing a dream that would never come true. But he refused to give up. Deep down, he believed that every setback was preparing him for the future. Determined to improve, Aditya began documenting every failure. What went wrong? What could he do differently next time? What resources or help did he need? He also changed his daily habits. Studied 2 hours every day without fail. Solved problems in math and science every day. Discussed mistakes with teachers and friends to gain new insights. Slowly, his understanding grew sharper. His skills improved, and his confidence increased. One day, the school announced a national-level science competition. Aditya, equipped with lessons from past failures, poured all his effort into a new project. He focused on precision, practicality, and creativity. The competition day arrived, and this time, Aditya's work impressed the judges. His experiment was flawless, his explanation clear, and his confidence evident. When the results were announced, Aditya had won first place. It was a moment of triumph, not just because of the trophy, but because he realized the true power of perseverance and learning from failure. Winning at the school level sparked new ambition. Aditya now dreamed of winning at the national level. However, the competition was fierce. Students from major cities came equipped with advanced knowledge, modern equipment, and access to resources that Aditya could only dream of. He entered the national competition, giving his best effort, but he placed fifth. The result was a bitter pill to swallow. Yet, instead of succumbing to despair, he told himself, "This is not the end. I must analyze, learn, and improve. Every failure brings me one step closer to success." Aditya devised a meticulous plan for preparation. Daily practice. He dedicated fixed hours to study, experiment, and refine his project. Mentorship. He sought guidance from experienced teachers and experts. Self-reflection. Every evening. He noted what worked, what didn't, and how he could improve. He also embraced failure mentally. Instead of fearing it, he viewed it as feedback. Whenever friends teased him about working too hard, he would smile and say, "I don't fear failure. I learn from it." This mindset transformed his approach to life and challenges. The following year, Aditya entered the national science competition once again. This time, his project was not only technically flawless but also addressed a real-world problem that affected his town, A. Sustainable solution for clean drinking water. Judges were impressed by his innovation, clarity of thought, and practical impact. When the winners were announced, Aditya had achieved first place at the national level. His victory was celebrated not just for the trophy but for the journey he had undertaken, the years of failure, learning, and relentless effort. Aditya's journey taught him lessons that extended beyond science competitions. Failure is a teacher. Every setback is a chance to learn and grow. Consistency is key. Small, consistent efforts create lasting success. Self-belief matters. Confidence and perseverance can overcome lack of resources. Help and mentorship. Learning from others accelerates growth. Aditya's story spread across his town and later across the country. He became a motivational speaker, inspiring students to embrace challenges and view failures as stepping stones. He often said, "Success is not about never failing. It's about learning from every fall and using it to rise higher than before." Years later, Aditya looked back on his journey. From a small-town boy with limited resources to a national-level achiever, his life had been shaped by the failures he never let defeat him. He realized that success was never just about talent or luck. It was about resilience, learning from mistakes, persistence, keeping dreams alive even when the world says you can't. Aditya's story became a beacon of hope for countless students who felt defeated by failure. He proved that failure is not the opposite of success, it is the foundation of it.